Hello to my local and global village, my private practice folks, my friends and colleagues. I'm just doing a little note to catch you up on where I'm going and what I'm up to in the next little while. And I'm hoping that this video finds you in the arms of your Anamkara, your beloved, that you're feeling the warmth and love and care that now that COVID is perhaps, the cloud, the shroud of COVID is starting to remove itself, perhaps now we can breathe a little bit more literally and metaphorically into reimagining our lives and into taking care of each other and consoling each other. And the grief and loss, there's been a tremendous amount of loss, vicarious and very direct, very literal, very metaphorical. And I've seen that over the last couple of years. Some of you have been in my office. Some of you have actually been struggling on your own, perhaps quietly. But this video is really to help catch you up a little bit about what's going on at my end. I'm writing a book, and here's all the different kinds of, I don't know if you can see that, all the different kinds of, that's on an angle there. All the different kinds of beauty. I'm writing a book called 9 Different Kinds of Beauty, about true beauty, not glamour, and it's a way to help people reinvent their lives. Oh my God, this is terrible. I can't even do this. I know I'm going to turn it around. So much for my videoing. Can I do that? Let's turn this video around. I can't do that. Anyway, there is, if you can see that, different types of beauty. There's skin deep beauty, which we're kind of familiar with. There's creative beauty, the things of music and art and dance and all the rest of it. There's relational beauty when we fall in love for 2 years for 6 months and we can't even take our eyes off our beloved. So we have, we get a call. Beauty means to be called. It means, actually in the Greek, it means to be called to something. So we get called to certain things, narcissism, that are very vain, very, very, about prettiness and all the rest of it, and very instant sort of gratification. And there's the deeper kind of beauty, which is more creative, the different art, music, creativity. Then there's relational beauty, as I talked about. Then there's purpose beauty, where we get called to a particular career, a particular kind of, whether we're going to be a doctor or a psychotherapist or a mom or a bookstore owner, whatever that is, that we get, sometimes there's a call there, and that's beauty grabbing us as well. So we get called in terms of the ugly beauty, which can be like the narcissist stuff, but it's also the stuff that we run into that is disgusting for us, that we don't like very much, that is the ugliness in our life that we know we need to attend to. It's our anger inside, it's our it's our mean-spirited roadside house that we get into, or we can just start to be the a-hole, or the bitch, Sometimes that's an ugly kind of beauty that we have to kind of work with in our lifetime. And if we do, of course, you come to the other side, which is more like the collateral beauty. If you can see that, that is about when shite happens. There is on channel 1, of course, no mercy in that. It's awful. It's brutal, actually. But on channel 2, sometimes it clears us out for some new delight. We have to upgrade our life. Our divorce allows us to come back to ourselves, and we have to now reimagine and step into more who we really are, and stop pretending that we're going to be, Mr. Husband or Miss Wife, and try to live into a sort of a mediocre life without a lot of genuine fullness and authenticity. So the grief can reimagine our lives by bringing us back to who we are, and so that's collateral beauty, and then there's autobiographical. What happens at a wedding or a funeral? It's a wedding for the spirit, I suppose, because going back home. But at a funeral, we start to outline, articulate all the various ways that she looked after the village, and she was there for us when we weren't. We were struggling, and we can see, in other words, the autobiographical beauty in the eulogy at these funerals, and over Went to an Irish wake recently, and that's all we talked about, all the great things that that person contributed to in various ways, shared a lot of beauty with the world, and did a lot of fantastic things, and how we're going to miss that, So we see that after they die, but couldn't we possibly see that before they die? And anyway, so there's that. There's the psychological beauty, which, if you come into my office, that's what we do. We try to work with, our shadows, are the parts of us that are trying to teach us and upgrade us into, becoming more of a true human being. And there's a whole psychology of beauty, which I'm talking about in the book. And then there's nature's beauty path, which is more of a spiritual path. In the old Greek days, and in the East, in India and the Far East, there was the nobility of a path of beauty, which was a spiritual path, very devout, very, very much about the heart, very relational, very much about seeing beauty everywhere, and being able to not just the eyes of the beholder. That's true, that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, it's in the ears of the beholder, in the taste of the beholder, etc., but it's also not. It's also everywhere, 24/7. And so anyway, this book is about you tell I get excited about it, is about trying to articulate and give good examples of each, the different phrases, the different transformational stories that go with each of the beauties, and the different words, different initiations that I've been through around it, because all of these things kind of popped out of me over the years. You can see the skin deep beauty when I was 31, the collateral beauty popped out, the creative 5 sense beauty, the ugly beauty. So my life seems to be, when I look back at 63, just turned 63, about somehow resurrecting the true power and presence of beauty to help us deal with uncertainty and ugliness and just this narcissism that's going around, that's the faux beauty, right? So, and Beauty and the Beast, of course, is a relational beauty. We have to befriend that beast part of ourselves inside and outside. Beast, just metaphor for a witch, a dragon, the ugly things in life. And so, so that's that. And then, playing with different kinds of covers, it's going to open up the writings on one side, and then there'll be these I'll turn this over. Here you can see how these things are. This is not a very scripted video, as you can tell. And these are there's going to be a lot of case studies and the storytelling and stitched in, and then some of the artwork. I'm going to work with a young illustrator. I'm hoping to find, there's all these incredible young authors in Ireland right now, and I'm hoping to find a young illustrator. Because the creativity, there's another Celtic Renaissance going on, so I'm hoping to find somebody there, and a good editor as well. So that gets you up to date on the book. That I am doing a storytelling on the 22nd. If you want to come, please just text me, let me know. When I come back, of course, we're going to be, some of you have been in my office, I've told you a little about it. We're going to start this whole idea of beauty festivals again. Plato used to put them on all the time, apparently, and it was really, just imagine in modern day version would be like we meet, do some yoga, movement, dance, learn a dance, or, do movement and yoga and dance. And then we have a cup of tea or even a glass of wine. And then we have a little bit of time to mingle. Then we come together for dinner. This would be a pop-up restaurant around town. And we will do that, food, there. And then we'll have a storytelling after that. And then, of course, after that, it will be the dancing, like the serious dancing with a DJ and whatnot. And the whole event will be a fundraiser, but also it'll be to promote my book and these ideas of beauty that we all need right now to recognize and come back to. Because beauty's taking a bit of a beating in my eyes. So, and then anything else, my new hours are going to be Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. The local time here will be from 7 in the morning. I know that's early for some of you, but some of you come early. 7 in the morning until 3. 3 o'clock will be the last session for Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And so it's going to be a bit of a change. And Reach out if you need to. I'm not going until April 3rd. My last sessions are going to be, I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, April, maybe it's March 31st, April 1st, April 2nd. Sessions filling up before I go in-person sessions. I'm doing at home after that for the next couple of 3 months, unless I get thrown out of Ireland, of course, which is entirely possible. There are rascals everywhere, and there just might not be enough room for this rascal back there. But I am thinking about you guys. I am thinking that there's some glimmer of hope, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for all of us, for some of us, and now we need to do some healing work around, some of us literally burying our dead in a good way and honoring that, and some of us are, we need to change, we need to upgrade. It's this initiation of death. Really, COVID was death. We could breathe out and maybe contribute without even knowing to somebody's death, or we could breathe in and die as a result of somebody walking by. So that uncertainty, that death, that level of kind of initiation has left us, a lot of us, reeling. And so do reach out before I go or after I go, and be on FaceTime, Zoom, whatever makes sense for you guys, and we'll go from there. I think that's it. I'm saying hi and bye, and wishing you all the best, and please reach out to me. If you're good, that's great. Keep going. Stay good. Stay on the right side of the tracks and the right side of trouble. And if you need a little bit of support, or there's just things like that vicarious grief catching up with you now, or some of us are recognizing that we do have mental health trauma in our systems, and it's intergenerational, and please reach out. Happy to lean into that with you guys. And so love to you all, warmth to you all, and we will see you on the other side whenever that is. I look forward to seeing you then. Yeah. Best of luck. Bye for now.